Hey y'all, welcome to HillbillyROandD, and I'm HillbillyRO. Come on in, today we are going to make a meatloaf. Now my meatloaf consists of ground chicken. I do not use ground beef because I can't eat it. If you have gout, you can't eat ground beef. So we're going to come in here and put our meatloaf together. So let's get to it. So first off, you need some meat. So I have 2 pounds of ground chicken. Yes, that's ground chicken, y'all. So let's cut this open and drop it in. So there's one. I don't make my meatloaf the same. I don't have an exact science to it. I throw in this and I throw in that and it comes out what I want. So there's 2. Now, my mama always put tomatoes in her meatloaf, so I do too. And today I'm using Rotel diced tomatoes with green chilies. 2 eggs. We're going to add about a half a cup of bell pepper. Because we like bell pepper in our meatloaf. Now, I had that bell pepper sitting there because I use dehydrate. I dehydrate it and then I put it in. We're going to add some garlic powder. I don't measure, y'all. So about that much. Maybe 2 tablespoons. Gonna add about 2 tablespoons olive oil. Because if you don't know by now, chicken is very dry. I got some black pepper here. I'm just going to add a little bit. And notice I'm not using this hand for anything except mixing and getting stuff out. I have some hemp seed. Now the reason why I use hemp seed, flaxseed, and chia seeds because they're high in fiber and other health benefits. So I'm going to put about a good tablespoon of hemp seed. This is flaxseed. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. And this is chia seeds. And we're going to put in there a good tablespoon and a half. Now, I'm not exact on my directions, y'all. So, I'll put the basics in, but as far as, being exact science, I don't know. I have some onion powder here. I'm going to grab some of her and put her in there. And I have some chili powder here. And this is actual chili powder, y'all. Or, no, this is smoked paprika. What do I do with my chili powder? I don't know, but we got some chives here. Just a little bit, not a bunch. That's basil. Chili powder over here. And y'all hear that? I'm making a big old mess. Oh, that's dill seed. Y'all, I got that one brain cell on life support and she keeps coding. Hurry, call 119. Chili powder. Y'all, that would have been a mess. I'm going to put about a tablespoon and a half. Just because all the other ingredients in here, you really don't need a lot of extras. Because we have extras, including the kitchen sink up in here. I'm a hillbilly. I don't measure. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I just do me. Now, we're going to add salt. My easiest way to add salt is turn my salt finger upside down. Because she grinds out while I'm doing it. So there's about a teaspoon. I'm going to dice up this onion really quick. She don't have to be perfect. She ain't got to be pretty. She just got to be small. So there's a half a small onion. We're going to do the other half just to do, because it is a small onion. And I prefer to have my onion not be so thick and chunky. Because the thicker you get on stuff, the more your meatloaf's going to fall apart. And we like to make meatloaf sandwiches the next day. Sometimes Derek takes a meatloaf sandwich with him to work. It just depends. Sometimes it's even nice to have a piece of meatloaf, add an egg, and make a breakfast sandwich. And there's the other part. Now, some people would say, oh, you need to add milk. I never add milk to my meatloaf. I ain't gonna lie. I never, ever, ever add milk to my meatloaf. I just don't. Now, we're gonna mix this up by hand. Sometimes these containers are a big old pain in my caboose, y'all. So I'm going to come in here, I'm going to break up that egg. I'm going to mix everything in together. Now, some people at this point would say, oh, let's put crackers in it. Let's put something else in it. Some people use dressing mix. Or what y'all call stovetop. My preferred way of a meatloaf is to add quick oats. Just because that's what I was raised on. And you know, when you get old, you go back to your childrenhood. And yes, I just opened that with my teeth. So I'm going to start out with about half a cup. My hands are clean. I washed them before I peed. That's a joke, y'all. If y'all can't take a joke, oh, sorry, got your lucks. I just keep going around and making sure those oats get mixed in there pretty good. Now, you don't want a hard consistency to your meatloaf. You don't want to pull this out of here and it looks like a brick you're getting ready to lay for your new sidewalk. So there, we added a little bit more because I do have to add ketchup. Now, that might just be a southern thing. But most of our recipes come from the South. And I guess from slave ways, because they ate the worst of the worst. When my ancestors come over here, they worked the fields. So most of our recipes probably come from that era. And they had to make do with what they had. Now I'm going to take some ketchup. I'm going to try to throw her upside down. And I'm going to give about 1/4 of a cup. And that's the way you do it, y'all. It's not hard to make a meatloaf. Now when I serve this to Mr. D, I will add some steamed broccoli and probably that's about it, because we don't eat high on the hog all the time. So I'm going to take this pan, and once again I'm going to take some oil. Oh. And this is just to ensure that it don't stick to my pan. And I'm going to take this and dump it out. And meatloaf is one of the most forgiving things you can make. Now we're just going to take that and smack it down. Come in, pull the sides up, and make it look like a loaf. Big old gelatinous mess is what it looks like. Now I will put this in my oven, and I will set that for 350, and I will cook it for approximately an hour to an hour and 10 minutes with full on top of it. Towards the end, I will take the lid off of it, and I will proceed to cook it for another 20 to 25 minutes with ketchup on top of it. So I'm going to take this knife. Oh, y'all can't see anything. So we got the meatloaf put in this pan. Like, y'all see how pretty she is? Y'all, she beautiful, ain't she? She'd be a pageant queen. So we're going to take this meatloaf and we're going to put this right down in the center. And the reason why I do that is because as this meatloaf heats up, it's going to heat up that butter knife. When it heats up that butter knife, it's going to cook that meat even thoroughly. So it's going to be a good cook throughout. So like I said, hey y'all, it's time to eat. So our meal consists of some
mashed potatoes, broccoli, and chicken
meatloaf. So, and I have the same thing. So we're going to try it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good.
So on that note, dinner is done. We're going to go eat. Y'all have a great day. Always remember to say prayers, pray for one another, and be humble. And
We'll catch you in the next one.
always put God first. Bye, y'all.